Welcome to the super fun game review podcast. Go Mega Ultra Between Review Show. Down. Welcome to MUBRS. MUBRS. This episode is brought to you by Deep Creek Glassworks. Since 2013, Deep Creek Glassworks has been handcrafting durable glass goods for everyone to enjoy. Looking for something awesome for yourself or maybe for a loved one? Ornaments, jewelry, glassware, and much more. Deep Creek Glassworks has you covered. Feel free to contact them for your something custom that you don't see on their website. Visit deepcreekglassworks.com. That's works, WORX, today to check out their selection. And for our listeners, if you use the promo code SUPERFUN, you get 10% off your first order. All items are shipped in crush-resistant boxes and provide free shipping for all orders over $50. Again, that's deepcreekglassworks.com. Works spelled WORX.
Go get your pumpkins.
Yeah. Tonight, we're going to talk a little news, and we are going to talk about some of our recent hobbying, the four of us.
Yeah. A general podcast update.
Yeah, just a general life update from your favorite people. So
I love nude hobbies. Oh, new.
Yeah,
news.
I said new.
Okay.
New.
News.
New.
News. Okay. All right. My bad.
So with that, who wants to share? Do we want to hop into some news a little bit first and get that out of the way? Then we can get into...
Yeah, dig it. I think, Joe, you have a couple things for us?
Yeah, so I think kind of an oddball one. I think it still applies to, gaming and everything like that. That's going on is the Epic Games versus Apple shenanigans that's been going on.
Hey, that's some shit.
I heard a little bit about this.
They're trying to undermine Apple to kind of get around paying them. It's like, oh, you could just buy it through here and set it through the Apple store. You're okay.
Yeah, so Apple, if you have an app on their device and your app takes any type of monetary sale at all, whether that be microtransactions, subscription to something, Apple forces you to have a way to pay through the app. And in doing so, Apple takes 30% of that cut.
Right.
And there's no way around it. Apple also doesn't allow third-party app stores. So it's kind of monopolistic when it comes to it because there's no way around it at all. There are even developers out there that have apps where it's not subscription-based at all, and they still are being forced to put some type of way to sell things in the app.
Ain't that some kind of bullshit?
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, but for Apple, I can't really say I'm surprised.
No, they're a money-hungry, awful fucking company.
Yeah, so Epic is battling them on that. The other crazy thing that they announced, right, with I forget what it's called. It's not Xbox Game Pass. It's their the X Cloud that Xbox has. It's basically their cloud streaming service, kind of like PlayStation Now is.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to get on an Apple device, what Apple is making, not just Microsoft, but any app developer with a similar scheme, whether that be Stadia trying to be on there or whatever, is they're making them have a different app on the App Store for every single game that they offer on xCloud, for instance.
Really?
Instead of it being like Netflix where you just click the video and it plays the video in Netflix,
right?
They're making every single game have its own app, even though all it does is launch and then sync back up with the other app anyway.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yep.
Trying to boost their numbers.
Yeah, because they can say, oh, we got a bajillion extra downloads, and it's just because that's the way they want it.
Oh,
it's
fuck
crazy.
You.
Yeah, so that's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, fucking weird and fucking devious, really.
Yeah,
I mean, they can just come back and say, well, then I guess you don't need to use the, Apple services to get this to your people. Because they have other avenues to get it, which is how they can get around like a monopoly thing with it. But it's just like that's some shitty business right there.
Yeah, and a lot of people have tried to use the Google avenue as hey, but Google does it too, but Google doesn't do it because Google allows third-party app stores.
Yep.
Like when Fortnite, for instance, launched on Android, it wasn't on the Google Play Store. It was actually a Samsung App Store exclusive first, for whatever reason. But again, there are also third-party apps stores for Android, where Epic could certainly just make their own app store and put all Epic games, or anybody that uses Unreal Engine or whatever it is on the App Store, and just sell all shit through there and just say fuck Google Play. So it's pretty much just Apple being douches.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing that like a lot anyway. I mean, one thing that kind of stands out is not to get ahead in anything, but I finally just started playing Rocket League a little bit more. But this is since like Epic took over,
And they made it free to play.
yeah. And then it's like if you want anything bonus or extra, it's all microtransactions for everything, other than just like getting a crate like as like a free gift and maybe getting something. You have to pay for all the shit. And then it's just the companies getting in, just like, oh well, we could probably get an extra couple bucks here. It's like, oh fuck you.
It's because of the popularity of Fortnite, man.
Yeah.
Fortnite caused all of this. Not microtransactions in general, but I mean like
The attitude that the companies like have towards it.
yeah,
Yeah.
where now everything needs to be free to play, and
Because
constantly
they make more money. They're like, oh, all we have to do is, get new users, and fuck retention. If they spend $40 in the first week and they don't stay, like then
You got their 40.
right, and then the people that do stay, even better.
Yeah, exactly. Little Tommy sees that Billy has the awesome new pumpkin launcher gun, and he's like, I want that too. I need to get Fortnite dollars or whatever the fuck they use. And then
V-Bucks.
V-Bucks?
Yeah.
Clark knows. He's been sinking all his allowance into it.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Mom, I really need to get this leather pants skin for my character. I swear it's totally justifiable. Can I get my allowance early this week? Yes. Yes, you can, little Billy.
Those poor kids. There's gonna be like this wave of people that realize how much money they fucking sunk into Fortnite. It'll probably be when the game dies. I'm calling 2 or 3 years. And it's just going to be like, oh my God. Like everyone has that moment where they learn about those. That are really like wrapped up in them. I don't have anything from this. I spent all this money and I could have had like, 6 or 7 different games, but all of a sudden I have these skins for this game that I don't want to play anymore.
Right, you spend $100 on parachute skins. So you got 10 skins, let's say. Guess what? You only use one at a time.
Yeah. How often do people go back and really rotate that out?
Right.
It's like I can think back.
They just want the newest.
Yeah, it's like when I was playing GTA 5 online for a good little bit, like years and years ago, before it was out for so long. It's like I would get like a couple different parachutes and some outfits, and that's like all there was. And then you have games that go on for years and years, and they just keep kicking out this extra content. It's like, oh, do you want this one? How cool do you think this would be on your character? And then the cycle continues. That's why I just need to take advantage and find something with along the lines of games like, oh, you can just get this little bit for a couple dollars here and there, and that's how we make our money.
So the other thing that I was going to bring up was there's a lot of things that are kind of new releasing this fall here. Like we just started getting pre-orders for the Xbox and the PS5, and on top of that, new PC graphics cards are also lining up with this launch this fall. And like how ridiculous the bots have been, and scalpers and everybody trying to actually buy these things, it's just been nuts.
It's been absolutely insane. And also the retailers have also been shitheads about all of this as well.
I mean, do they really care? Because they know they're going to get the money anyway with it. So
yeah, I think like in one example, like Walmart, how they posted the PS5 the day early for pre-order.
Yeah, which forced the hand of every other retailer.
Right, because there's you can't say, oh, Best Buy, you can't do it. Walmart fucked up. Like you got to let them be able to compete. It's just not
Right.
fair. So it just fucked everything up right from the gate.
Just so bass backwards.
Yeah.
That was a fucking that was a
Total
terrible
shit show.
one. Yeah. No, I was just going to say and shit show is using the nice word for it. I mean, that's just that was so bad.
So it made a lot of people like angry at PlayStation, which is a misguided thing. PlayStation had all of their stuff set in place already for the next day to start taking pre-orders. They were trying to get a jump on Xbox, and they would have, except for Walmart, literally in a tweet said nah. Like they said nah, NAH, in a tweet, and said you can go get it now. And it just became this giant shit show. So much to the point that Microsoft threatened any retailer that breaks street date for the pre-orders would have their pre-orders cut in half.
There you go. That's taking advantage of a situation.
Oh, 100%. Like Microsoft, and you know what? Honestly, having looked at pre-orders for both things, Microsoft's was just as much of a shit show as in bots got it and people couldn't get it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
It was the exact same thing.
Yeah, because I know you were even giving updates. I mean, like on the launch day, you're like, "Oh, it's live now," and then we're all sitting in line and all got jack shit. And then it took a little more foraging, or foraging, I guess I should say. And still
stick
Stick to foraging. Yeah, do it.
there was enough foraging going around there that only 1 out of 4 of us actually nabbed one.
That's because GameStop is shitty, though. They did the same thing with the Nintendo Switch while they've been back ordered. Like they force you into the bundle deals so that they can actually make more money off of it.
Well, joke's on them because like literally the bundle that I bought is everything I was going to buy minus the year of
PlayStation Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's honestly, that's just icing on the top. And I figured out that the Ultimate Edition of Miles Morales is actually like $80 or $90, which means with the bundle I got it for $20 cheaper.
Well, I mean, it was still. I mean, it comes in like Joe said, that forcing you into it, even though you are actually going to get the other
Exactly what I
controller
wanted,
and the game.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Most people aren't.
No, and the scarcity of being able to get it drives people to be like, I really shouldn't, but I'm going to spend an extra $300 to get the bundle because I guess I could use those. And not everybody was prepared to spend that kind of money right off the bat, but so they could actually have one when it comes out at launch or, a week or two after if there's something else.
That's when I'm getting mine, is like a week or two after.
Yeah.
And mine will be wave 2. Well, I haven't gotten a shipping confirmation yet. It's still, it's not even October. I probably won't be getting shipping updates until like November, but
oh God, no.
They were saying at the latest it ships end of November, 11/30. So there is a chance that like, oh, hey, we got all of these. We have to fill all of our back orders. Then we'll have post some online. But they might, honor what they have first.
Well, yeah. And, it's at least 2 months out before you're even thinking about it coming through. So if they step it up and release more or something and then kind of push it, then yeah, you might get lucky. But I mean, if I were to be able to get the same thing with the bundle, I would just spend it up front, especially if with the games and the rest of it that comes with it, you're still saving even like $30-$50 by the very end of it, then that's still a win because I'm just going to have this shit anyway.
Right. Yeah. Like it was, I mean, it was totally worth it for me. Again, other than the PlayStation Plus. But the nice thing about that is I'll just dump that into my account and it'll just extend a year.
Yeah. There's another year you don't have to pay for it.
Yep. Yeah. That stuff's cool. The original night that all of the stuff, when everything started hitting the fan, and we were looking at the original bundles before, it was like it had the PlayStation like Sackboy game, which looks interesting, but it wasn't like
Big Planet.
Little Big Planet. And also that auto destruction game.
Oh, okay.
both of those
Shitty Twisted Metal.
Yeah, both of those looked kind of interesting, but like I wanted nothing to do really with the like the Sackboy one right off the bat. I just wanted to see how that like how people receive that at first. That's one of those games that I wouldn't buy day one. So I was like, I saw those and I almost bought one of those that night, and I hesitated, and then they were sold out, and then like a couple days later is when I was able to pre-order the other bundle, which I'm very happy about.
That's good. We'll all try to get your feedback once you actually get it, because I don't know about Joe and Harry, but I'm just going to wait by this point. I'm not too worried, unless they're like, hey, we're releasing X amount of consoles, and if it's something like a lottery before, I'll throw my name in the hat, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure I get it on launch, or like even by the end of the year. When it happens, it happens.
I don't think it'll be too hard to get one before Christmas, honestly. Yeah. Like I think you'll be able to get them. I'm hoping everybody on the podcast does get them relatively soon, because I would like to do Dark Souls as a or Demon Souls as a review. I think that would be a lot of fun.
We'll see how it plays out. It's definitely going to be better than how Nintendo handles any launch. I mean, they're notorious for being back ordered for months and months and months on end.
Well, yeah, they create fake scarcity too.
Yeah,
they're a company that's like absolutely notorious for it.
It works for them.
So one thing to kind of on the same lines is like the PlayStation and Xbox and bots, and getting all of them and stuff like that. So NVIDIA's new graphics cards launched as well.
The RTX
this past month. Yeah, the RTX 3080 and 3090 launched. And like, so for people that aren't aware of how the kind of graphics cards with PCs go, is like that you have NVIDIA can make their own cards, and then they also like, basically it's kind of like a licensing where they license it out to third parties, and they can make, third party versions of the boards. And what happened is a lot of bots still bought a lot of those. And it turns out that there's a lot of crashing issues with these third party ones, where they didn't use quite the same capacitors on the board.
No shit.
And when the graphics card is hit with like a heavy load, it tries to speed up the clock speed, which makes it faster. And it gets to a point where once it gets to a certain point, the graphics card crashes.
No kidding.
Damn.
Yeah, and these are happening on, $1,700 or $700 graphics cards that now scalpers are sitting on, and people know about this issue, so the scalpers are just kind of stuck with them.
Good.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
That's a bunch of bullshit they do. That is fantastic.
Like, I feel bad for the companies, and it makes NVIDIA kind of look bad, even though they didn't make the cards. Like, it's still their name on it.
Right.
But at the same time, like, yeah, fuck the scalpers.
Yeah.
Like, I hope you're sitting on like 20 grand worth of cards. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Consumers need to realize, specifically with electronics, that when you go to buy something third party, you never get the first release of a third party anything. It's never what you want. It's, you know what I mean? Like, I can't think of anything that's third party that comes out day one and works just as good as the first party.
I mean, think of like the old PlayStation controllers. What, it's like the
Mad Cats,
Nyko?
dude. The Mad Cats, the Nyko things.
Cats.
They die. Yeah. They would die in a week, and the button wouldn't work out of the package.
Exactly.
No
it's
warranty.
Like, joystick would drift right out of the box.
Yeah. And you're just like, I must have damaged it out of the box because you were young and naive.
But in reality, it just gave you this false sense of disappointment because you actually didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's just we all grow up emotionally abused thinking it's our fault anyway.
Got deep.
What?
Little did you know that you just left your N64 controller upside down when you turn the console on, so it automatically has drift.
Yeah, there is that. Or you had like the...
that was the dumbest bug ever.
Or just the friends that would just have the controller wrapped up around the N64, like around the little joystick so hard, it just ended up pushing it out.
Yeah.
Or they plugged it in and turned it on, and it was still just off center, and then they hand you that controller. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Shitty controllers.
Caught Harry doing that with the PlayStation controller a couple times when we play Mortal Kombat, but that's okay.
I've only intentionally bought one third-party controller, and that was for PS1. And the reason I bought it, surprise, was for Tony Hawk.
No.
Yeah, because it had instead of having the D-pad with the left, like right, up and down, it was more of like a full circular pad.
Oh, okay.
And it made doing, because anybody that plays Tony Hawk seriously doesn't use a joystick, they use the D-pad. You getting like all of the corner like moves and stuff like that was way easier, but it was still garbage other than
Dude,
that.
I think I remember that controller that you had. It was like blue or green.
No, it was white. It didn't even have analog sticks on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of our friends had like a green fucking Mad Catz controller, and it was ass.
That was Nick Nell.
Yeah, the neon green one. It was a piece of shit.
Yeah, whenever we'd go over and have like the
Halo
four-man
night,
Halo
yeah.
going on. Yeah, exactly. It's like, who's getting that shitty controller?
We would take
Don't
turns
be
on
the-
controllers. We would literally be like, all right, well, one person has to play with this one round, and then someone else can play with it.
Yeah, at
was
least
bad.
try to keep. At least we kept it, even.
Yeah.
And that was nice. That there was an understanding. All right, this is the shit controller, but we can all play. So
Share the burden.
yeah, exactly.
One of those scenarios where you just rotate it to the person who did the best.
Yeah.
Oh, you won? Here's the shit one. Here's your handicap.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
That'd be like forcing anybody playing Mario Kart to play with the tilt controls if they
Oh.
won.
That sounds terrible.
Like, oh, you won. Next race, you got tilt controls. Fuck.
Although I think the only time I played with the tilt controls was Morgan's friend. They had a thing they would call drunk driving. So it's basically you
Yes.
drink. Yeah, with Mario Kart.
Yeah, where you have to like pull over, but you have to finish your beer before the end of the race or whatever.
Yeah, you had to finish your beer before the end of the race, but whenever you were taking a drink, you could not be driving. You had to be at a complete stop, like no
Yeah.
coasting or anything else. And
That's the best.
to make it harder, they all had it with the tilt control, and that just got really bad after a few rounds.
Yeah, I never did that with the tilt control, but I've definitely played that before. It's pretty great.
It is
We had it so you actually had to pull off to the side as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you couldn't sit in the middle of the road and block other players.
There you go. Pull off onto the shoulder.
Yeah, basically.
It's like you're back in the 1940s. I wasn't blocking the road, officer. Go home, Johnny. Quit taking those swigs of whiskey there. You got it.
That's pretty much all I have for like gamey newsy stuff.
The newsy gamey news.
The news of
Although I will-
news.
Unless anybody else has anything to quite add.
Tag off the Mario Kart there. Harry put up that post in the Discord like a week or
Yes.
so ago with like the
I want
AR.
that.
Yeah, that does look fun.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot all about that. I think
Yeah.
that looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
That does seem like a hardwood floor type of game. I'm not sure.
It's something I would definitely try with carpet though. I would fully try it other way. And I would have like, I would be putting plywood on stairs. I'd be going ham with it and see how far I could take it. 100%.
You're gonna start racing around like the Tyco RC cars.
Especially if it's just based off of Wi-Fi. Because like, my Wi-Fi covers the entire city block. So like,
Yeah, we know Mr.
I totally see.
Tech Tester here. We want to try this new thing. Put it in my house. That's a good idea, Joe.
Things happen.
Yay, there you go. I'm not upset at you. I'm just jealous. That's all.
Yeah, that Mario Kart looks awesome, though. Just for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, it's basically you buy a physical RC car that syncs up with Mario Kart. I think it's like Mario Kart Tour or something like that they called it. I can't remember. But it's a physical Mario Kart with a camera on it. And you get these pylons that you put in your house, and it creates a course. Like you drive it the first time through, so it maps it out. And then it creates a course, and it puts you in the game with computer players, and like you still hit bananas, you still get hit by shells, and it basically, when you get hit by these shells, it just kind of stalls your car while like you're looking at your Nintendo Switch or whatever, and your car is doing like the spinning out thing. Looks really cool.
What a time we live in.
I wonder how monitored those like courses are going to be. Because I feel like That's how you see a butthole on a Nintendo product.
I was going to say there's the next course is Dildo Death Valley. Get ready.
Well, I think that's all probably local anyway. I don't think.
Yeah, I would assume it's local only.
Yeah. Hey, let's let them take a screenshot. No.
You're just there playing with your friends and you're going around a circle and what the hell is that? Joe, is that your shoes? Oh God.
Most nerdy gaping video ever.
Jesus.
Why is my car shaped like a fist?
Am I going through a waterfall? No, that's lube. Son of a bear.
Oh God, I got inked.
Oh, someone has a bad diet.
Here we go. All right, guys, you want to talk about our new hobby?
Yes.
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 So everybody out there who listens already knows we are on the cutting edge of like the most popular things to do ever. So we four have taken up disc golf, or throw stuff at that thing you can barely see and don't hit a tree.
But we hit all
Yeah.
the trees.
We did.
Yeah, totally.
Mostly out of anger.
I will say, Joe, Steve, the course that we played today, the baskets were much easier to see.
Oh yeah, they were like the pole in the center and the chains was actually like painted, and then like the further baskets, the top rim was painted separately. They were way easier to see.
Oh, really?
Was it more open?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Just
was
for perspective,
a billion times better.
like the four of us went and played recently, and this was our first time, and apparently this course has been here for a while, and you could not see shit. So it's like, oh, this looks like a little trail. I think I have to throw it that way, and that's what we did.
It's also one of the
Yeah.
hardest rated courses in southeastern Pennsylvania.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We went to one of the hardest places to start our hobby.
Yeah, I mean, granted we should have. It's like the guys that came through, and it's like, oh, you can play ahead, you play through because this is our first time. It's like you picked here.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
About halfway through, some guy that's been doing it for like 35 years is like, oh, you guys picked here first? Like,
You guys didn't do any research, did you?
yeah. Like, no.
It's like we've all heard of this place, so let's just go here.
Yeah, basically.
Got to start
But yeah.
somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically just playing frisbee golf, but it was like a hiking trail, and that was it. Like it was, your normal hiking trail where you could probably not walk 2 people wide in most places, and you had to throw a frisbee down it. Like it was so narrow, it was ridiculous.
I dug it. That was a lot of fun. So, how was the course that you and Harry played today?
Beautiful. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
It was. It really
Yeah,
was.
you sent a picture of a deer. You got
We saw
wildlife.
like 5 deer.
Yeah,
Yeah?
found a lot of deer while continuously looking for my disc
Yeah.
in the weeds.
Harry hucked a disc so far off that like we looked at it for, I don't know, what was it, 30, 45 minutes?
Yep.
We were looking for it.
Yep.
Oh,
It was bad.
so terrible slices, just like your regular golf game. Harry.
Yeah, it just like slipped out of his hand and just like went way to the side, but it was like 60 feet in the air,
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
and there was like no tree to stop it. Like it just went.
Yeah.
I guess that's at least one thing from the first course. It's like if it goes too far, it's probably gonna like hit something and drop. Otherwise, this sounds like a whole different story.
That course was way better though. It was like they actually thought out the course. Like there were things in like almost not quite intentionally in the way, but they used the natural features in a much more
not
like,
as random
designed way.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Interesting.
cool. What was that? Was that Fort Washington?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was surprisingly a lot of people playing too.
Yeah, we didn't bump up against anybody though. Like there wasn't.
No, but we definitely saw like I probably saw like a dozen people playing.
Oh,
Probably.
Oh,
yeah,
wow. That's
yeah.
really cool, though.
And they actually had a practice basket there, which was kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
Like near hole 1 with all the they had a bunch of like picnic tables and stuff like that near the parking area. They actually had like one that was just labeled practice, where you could like practice your putting and stuff.
Oh,
What was really nice is the course starts at the parking lot and ends at that same parking lot, like right on the other side. So it's like you park in the middle there, and you got a minute walk on either side to start or finish.
Yeah, that does sound a lot nicer.
Yeah, I think there was longer distance though. I think is what we were looking at today.
It was, yeah. Like if I remember correctly, when we went out last weekend, it was like most of the holes were like 180-ish feet, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I thought they were like 250, 300.
No. Yeah, I think they were a lot closer to 300.
Most of them were.
I didn't have a chance to pull it up yet, but this one felt longer, but it was also easier to play.
Looking at it, there's it looks at least about half of them were over 300, but then there were like 1, 2, 3, like 3 of them that were 150 plus.
Yeah, the one I got my first birdie on was 183, and my first throw basically landed it right at the bottom of the basket.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
I was just, yeah.
Was it kind of a straight shot to the basket from the tee?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, there was quite a few trees that I swerved around somehow.
Nice. Yeah, I hope you people like Frisbee and golf, because this is going to come up.
Probably a lot.
It's snowing.
This is going to be the thing now for us.
Well, I mean, also, just to let everybody know, like the fact that the 4 of us got together, this was the first time since March, February maybe, that all 4 of us got together. So,
probably Assassin's Creed recording.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to look that up, but yeah, I think so.
And that wasn't even a good reason to hang out.
Fuck you.
Zing.
But yeah, we're probably gonna start a new podcast called "Whip Out Your Disc," and
then we'll have our weekly contest of send us your disc pick,
mm-hmm.
And then I don't see where that could go wrong.
Not at all. Not at all.
No. Although do know I'll keep files. Those are mine now. That's going to be an awkward conversation. It's like, so I plugged in that thumb drive. What are all these? I'm like, hold on. Let me tell you about this. There's a reason.
I love them. I love all of them. That's why I saved them.
Do you see this one? It's a little like mushroomy, and it hangs to the right. Look at the beauty in that. It's
Jeez.
Right. It's in front of a thicket. How can you not?
He's spinning a disc on it. What's not to love?
You know what? I would be very impressed with that. I'm not going to lie.
I wouldn't be. I don't want to see it. Send that directly to Steve.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll appreciate you. Clark's just a little insecure, but I'll.
No, I just don't want to look at a penis.
What?
I have a preference to not look at a penis. It has nothing to do with
one
purity.
That's spinning a frisbee on the end of it. Is that not impressive in a certain way?
I mean, it's impressive. I still don't need to see it.
Oh.
I think brain surgery is impressive. I don't need to see it.
Okay. We lead very different lives.
We do.
But I love you, so it works.
Yeah, I love you too, buddy. All right, so what have you guys been playing?
Left 4 Dead.
Oh yeah, it has been revived.
Yes.
Left 4 Dead is back.
Left 4 Dead came out with that new update with the new officially released community map, The Last Stand.
Yeah, for Left 4 Dead 2 that you could have bought for $2.
Yeah, I mean, it was on sale for $2.
How can you not? I mean, honestly, I never played Left 4 Dead 2 before.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, okay.
That campaign is tough.
The new one?
Are you kidding me? I even just played the first Left 4 Dead because I got the bundle for it. Just nostalgia. And just getting back into it, I felt totally lost.
Dude, there's almost no reason to buy Left 4 Dead 1. Because all the maps are in Left 4 Dead 2 now.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay. Oh well.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Unless you're an achievement hunter.
I already did all those achievements. I got that. It's not a platinum. What was it on the 360?
1000 G gamer score.
I thought they had a term.
Gamer score.
I thought they had a term for it though. No, it is kind of nice revisiting that game though. It just felt so right.
Yeah, like we booted it back up and we're playing it, and like literally I was just like, I 100% forgot how good this game was. Because I haven't played it since 2008, probably.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Now, Harry,
probably before that, because I don't think I had an Xbox by then.
Harry,
So-
are you playing on a controller too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Fuck out of here. I can't do keyboard and mouse for the shit. You saw those GIFs that they posted the other day? That was actually me doing those with the mouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been playing with a controller too. I kind of explained it to Clark the other day. Like, my thought process for first person shooters with controllers versus keyboard on a PC is strictly due to how many key bindings the game has or needs. Like games like Counter-Strike, which require very few, it's basically just use and weapon swap outside of like your movement and fire.
Mhm.
I prefer keyboard and mouse because I don't have to move my hands a lot and I'm more precise. But games that have much more keyboard bindings that require you to move throughout the keyboard more frequently, I would just prefer to have a controller because I don't have to move around.
That makes sense, especially for a game like this. It's so
Yeah.
fast paced.
Right.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was playing with keyboard and mouse, and I don't think I'm going to go back to the controller, honestly.
Yeah, it's all preference
Yeah,
thing.
for sure. I just felt like I was more crisp with my aim with the keyboard and mouse. Your sensitivities and aiming is always going to be better with a keyboard and mouse.
I was thinking about this the other day. Sorry to get off little topic there, but like we need to get a solid group of 8 people so we can have like an internal game going on so we don't have to play with randoms and all that bullshit. We got to get like solid 8 people to own this fucking game.
I have an
I
internal.
feel like I don't even know
game.
8 people anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well, we have 4. We can get Handsome Kyle. There's 5.
who's handsome Kyle?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
we don't know anybody like that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what?
no,
I'm
no.
sorry. Sweet Boy Kyle.
Yeah, okay, sweet boy Kyle, yeah.
Yeah, Sweet Boy Kyle.
Except for I don't know if he can play it on a Mac, and if he can, I don't.
He already bought it.
He bought it, but has he played it yet?
I
His
don't know.
Mac is ancient.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
The game is pretty old in itself.
Doesn't
though.
matter.
It's
Here's the thing, Harry. Games age better than computers do. Little fun fact. If your computer is like 4 or 5 years old, it's old. Like it's like ancient already in terms of how old the parts are and how well it's probably working and in what order.
He's not wrong. I just lived through that.
I don't know. Maybe Hamill, maybe John. Man, there's 2
Hamill
more right
has-
there.
Hamill
John
doesn't have a
computer.
PC, neither does John.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude,
okay.
we're the ones.
Yeah.
We are the ones.
We are the children.
Maybe I'll just send John pasta until he breaks down and buys a computer. I'll just leave little notes like better get a PC on every bag he gets.
Why don't you just
I-
start
I
sending in
almost-
PC parts?
I was going to say you'll probably end up spending more on pasta to like eat.
No, he already has the pasta.
Oh yeah, that's right, he does.
You just put one noodle in an envelope and mail it.
Oh, wow, at like 50 cents a
Market
stamp.
fragile.
That's going to be a lot of stamps.
Yeah, but it's gonna be great when he opens it.
All right, Harry, we need to go back to our stamp conversation. Apparently,
Nope. No spoilers, because that's going to be in the best of episode. Nobody else knows about it. It's the longest segment for that episode, too,
that
Steve.
was so dumb, but it was so informative.
It's like 12 to 15 minutes.
About stamps.
It was about no. You know what, it's, Harry? We won't talk about
Oh,
it.
what,
We'll
in the
make him
Edith
listen.
Finch episode? I feel like it's the last time you guys did a podcast that was just the two of you.
Another game that I've been playing recently. I've been wanting to get a new one for a long time, but I got a new RTS. And it's called Iron Harvest. It's like
Ready to sex.
It's like an alternate timeline. Yeah.
He got a new Ready to Sex game.
Nice.
Yep.
He went on
that's
Steam.
He needed some
He went on
assistance with
Steam
his
and
old
searched
age.
hentai.
Yeah.
This is what he
It's
got.
It's a prep game. I don't know. It's like an alternate World War I era type game where the different countries have developed mechs. It's I don't know. It's pretty cool, but it's fucking hard. It is really hard. Like it is just very unforgiving AI on some of the campaign missions. But I did finally beat that mission I was bitching about for forever.
Oh,
Is that,
how long
is
did it
that
end up
what you were
taking
talking about?
Yeah, it took me like 5.5 hours to beat the mission. It was insane. I just kept incrementally moving up the battlefield and just holding defensive positions.
At least you beat it faster than the Destroy All Humans final mission. Good for you.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I'm enjoying this game.
Why did you have to bring that up, Steve? I totally forgot about that.
You're welcome.
Fucking dickhead.
Yeah. No. Just Dick.
Is that where we end it there?
All right, guys.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
let's just end it there.
Yeah,
That's the
we're on a
natural.
shitty
Everyone's
note,
like
Steve.
done.
Thanks.
There's your 45 minutes, motherfucker.
Just ruined the whole episode by bringing up the previous episode.
It's cool. We're
Sure.
about to get real sad with Life is Strange. So
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
stay tuned.
Get your tissues ready.
Yeah. Not for the usual.
I was jumping for joy.
Oh.
Only in one spot.
Okay,
Oh, okay. All right.
fair. All right. Well,
Goes into that kind of thing.
for more of that, to expand.
No.
He's like, I love it when girls are tied in the basement.
Oh
He's
God.
like,
Spoiler alert. No.
All right, guys. Well, for more elaboration on that, check us out in 2 weeks with our episode of Life is Strange.
Giggity, giggity.
Stay lovely.
Stay sexy.
Love you guys.
Stay safe.